Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be planning the month of July. I'll be setting up the monthly spread and the two notes pages, or the notes pages and the dashboard. And I was debating if I should use the bar or the top pieces of sticker, but I ended up using it, and hopefully next month I'll just use the strips instead, because I don't mind the layers look. So you do have to trim a little bit off the top, since the printing is different for every planner for the Erin Condren. So I just left it a leeway, so then you get to trim it. If not, it gives enough space. So yeah. And I did flip over up to November from the back, so both sides would be even. And I am working with oops sheets, so that's why I had to trim it a little bit. And I'm using the new slice tool, and it's pretty light. I love it compared to the older version, where you can't really put the cap on the back of it. So yeah, usually my cap is just rolling around on my table. So yeah, I love how compact it is as well, and it's not as bulky and heavy. So here I'm just using the other thin pieces of washi. So if you were to get the monthly kit, the last page has washi that fits at the bottom, and these are the thinner strips that fit at or you can track extended periods of time. So here I'm just using the decorative boxes to mark birthdays. And if you noticed in my planner setup video, I did put down 2 munchkins, but I removed them from another planner, so they weren't as sticky, so I did have to use some sticky tape. And I did switch these 2 boxes up because I wanted to space out the blue a little. So the kit also comes with 3 payday labels. I like to trim them up into flags, so you can do whatever you want with those labels. And then I put down the 4th of July label. And since the kit only comes with 3 paydays, and I actually have a 4th payday, which is my shop payday, and I get paid once a month for that. So I marked it down on the 7th. So here I'm just marking down a TV show, or a TV movie, or not TV movie, a Netflix movie, which is The Kissing Booth 2. And here I'm using my Energel Cleanup pen in 0.7. And I did get 0.3, but I don't like how scratchy when you write it. And I'm kind of like I don't know how to explain it, but I write really hard, so it's harder to write with a thinner pen if it's not really a good pen. But the 0.3, I don't think it's the right size for me, so yeah. So here I'm just using my YouTube content label and my sewing. This is a sewing ruler. You can get the 12-inch on Amazon, but I have the 18-inch from middle school. My teacher gave it to us, so yeah. And I did mess up the lines, but hopefully I'll get better next time. And sorry if my hair is in the way. So I like to post Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and then so I'm just writing down the dates. And then I drew a line, and if I post any other videos, I can just mark it there. So for the dashboard page, I don't really use or like the layout of this. It doesn't seem functional to me. So yeah, I just changed it and I made my own layout. So something to note, you don't have any guides to line everything up, but I do like to line from the edge of the page 1/8 of an inch in, from top to bottom. So there's 4 labels that you could switch around. You could put the long label on the other side, and then the other 3 labels on the other side, of course. And then you could switch the smaller 2 boxes in between, like how I put it, or you can put the medium box in between the 2 smaller ones. So here I'm just writing down pretty much everything that's going to be happening, or I know for sure it's going to happen. This is basically my jot down before I put it in my monthly spread. So I might just finish up August and then put it down monthly spread instead of putting it July on the notes page on July. So I did decide to put my new release on the 15th, so I didn't mark it there, but I will eventually mark it on my monthly spread. And here I did mess up, but anyway, I decided to, if you have undo, it also takes off whiteout, so that helps if you made a mistake and you really actually meant to write that, so yeah. So I do post my hourly and daily spreads, or daily plan with me on Monday, and here I'm just using a post-it note to jot down other videos that I want to do, and I don't know exactly when I would post them, so I'm just jotting them down. So I will have a new release on the 15th and then a mini release on the 29th. So this is pretty much the 2 spreads, and then I decided to add 2 more spreads in my notes section and the back of my book, and I don't know if I will eventually move them over to the other half of the year, or I should say the first half of 2021. So we'll see until then. But I kind of like doing things over again. It's creative for me, so yeah. So I did decide to add a workout tracker or a workout plan. So I did use some glitter headers. I did get these from the grab bags from Scribble Prints Co, and I can use I like to use things differently, so instead of just using glitter headers, I wrote down the days of the week. So I originally wanted to put them, so 1 column Monday through Wednesday, but then there wasn't enough days or enough lines for Wednesday's section, so I ended up just drawing a line in the middle and then switching it in, so each line would have 4 lines, so each day would have 2 columns. So yeah, but I changed that after I found out that I couldn't fit all 8 on Wednesday. I should have counted, but oh well. So these transparent stickers are from my shop, and these are printed on matte clear paper or transparent paper. And these come in multicolor or individual colors, as you see on the sheet. So each of the 16 colors come on their own sheet. And I have 2 other shapes, which is circle and a pentagon. And here I'm just lifting up all the transparent squares, and these do remove pretty quickly. But once it sticks down, like after a few days, I don't know if it removes because I never tried it. So yeah. So I did draw the line in pencil, so after I pretty much fill everything out, I will erase it. So finishing up the workout spread, I did add a spending tracker, pretty much the basics of what I'm tracking in this planner, so I have everything together instead of having a monthly planner to track all my expenses, or budget planner. So I like things together pretty much to be efficient in my tracking. So I did use the same washi tape as the previous page, which was my savings tracker. And I did do the same thing using the glitter headers as labels to mark down the months. So I needed 6 of these to mark the 6 months in this planner. And I pretty much tracked the total spending in the 6 categories that I track, which is personal, planner, shop, and sinking funds, and my dogs, and then subscription. But usually my subscription is pretty straightforward because I only have technically 4 subscriptions because I canceled my Simply Gilded. And for my budget, I keep things pretty simple because I pretty much add, not to all the categories in my sinking funds, but I add as much as I can from what I get paid from my part-time job at school. So each paycheck, I pretty much divvy it up between all the categories. So I'm pretty much writing the same thing for each of the month and then writing the total. And I did mess up on November because I was rushing a little bit. So I did end up making one more notes pages, which is my places to visit or bucket list visit places. So I did use Simply Gilded Washi from one of the previous subscription. This was a remake from her second subscription box, I believe. So I did include the airplane and the maps. But I didn't really fill this out because I didn't know what I wanted to put or how I wanted to mark down my bucket list. So that's pretty much the July setup and the rest of my notes pages. I do have a few more notes pages, but I don't know what I'm going to put there. So we'll see until then. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time, bye!